Hello, this is your host Lakota Ravoc, and welcome back to the world of Enshrouded. Today we've come back to our little castle build that we've been doing to finish one main thing, the keep. Now we've completed quite a bit in this town already. We've got the castle walls built with our portcullis. We've got our farmer shack and our little garden over there. We've got some villager houses. We've got a barracks. We've got the metalsmith and the carpenter's house. We've got the hunter's lodge. We've got a little prison for any guests that show up. We've got the alchemist's house and the creepy collector's hut. But now it's time to finish what we started. So this is part 3 of our Enshrouded castle build. We call it the castle in the sky. And if you don't know why we call it the castle in the sky, let's go show you real quick. The reason we call it the castle in the sky is because we completely cut off the base of this platform here. And it looks a little choppy right there in that corner, but it has been completely cut off and is just floating above this little platform. As we go down here, we can see there's a crafter's line right there. You can see it right there. That's as far down as we can actually build. So we cut it off a little bit high, but we wanted to stay out of the shroud. So we were able to get underneath here and just completely take this out in the first episode of this build. So this took me somewhere around 3 hours to completely dig out with the rake. But made completely flat terrain. As you can see, the headroom is just a little low, so my feet are sticking in the ground there. But it was definitely worth it. So because of that, we're able to kind of just float here, and we may take some more of that out once we're done. But I want to finish this build and move everything over from my original house and make this my permanent settlement. What is that doing there? That's just sitting in the middle of nowhere. Now I know it's not the prettiest build that you've probably seen. I mean, there are definitely more creative people out there than me, but for me, this is overkill. This is not something I normally do. I like having myself a nice big square house where everyone's kind of housed in it, and I can get to them real easily. So this is a big stretch for me. Anyway, we're gonna continue on this build here. We're going to probably make a throne room right down here. We're gonna put a tower probably in this corner, I'm guessing. It's gonna be a little more organic. I don't know what I'm gonna build. I have not really thought this out, but we're gonna do it. We're just gonna finish this up. Get this started here. I'm gonna put some walls down and start fixing this up. That looks like the right wall. Yeah, I think that is. Get a window there and window there. That looks good. You know what? Just 3 windows. Why won't you connect to that wall? Up. It's acting weird. It's not connecting to that space, and I don't understand why. Why it doesn't want to connect to this one space is beyond me. There we go. It was so weird. I had to shut off the snapping just to get that to fit right. That was unusual. Yeah, that seems to be working all right. All right, that's the first floor wall done. Couple windows at the front so you can greet your guests. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Okay, we need a staircase going up. So, let's see. What would be a good spot for a staircase? Put one right here and make a little landing for it, probably. I think that'll work out well. Yeah, it does kind of block the window view, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this. Let me bring it out a little farther. Yeah, that's not shabby. And put a little landing up here, maybe. Yeah, that might work out nicely. That keeps the window from being hidden, but this staircase looks like crud. So let's move that out of the way. And what we should probably do is put down a floor. Now, we used, I believe, the obsidian. Yeah, we used the obsidian on there, so we're just going to use that again. Put that on top. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Okay, that's coming out nicely. There we go. Beautiful. We can kind of extend this reach a little bit past the original walls if we wanted to. Drop that there. And that looks like that extends out just enough. I like the little decoration they have on the edges of these. It's really, really cool. We can kind of extend that out. I actually want to bring the walls up. I want to follow the wall line of this, so that this might be a little overboard. Hey, that works out kind of nicely into that landing. Yeah, I think that'll work. That looks good. Beautiful. All right, so we just gotta fix this up now. Hidden block there. Yeah, that's in line. That's nice. That looks good. All right. Yeah. That's not too bad. Hey. Yeah. That works. We make a little cubby or a bathroom right here. That would work out nicely. Okay, I think this could work. Yeah. That adds a nice little detail. I like that. We might do the same thing on the other side. There. That looks pretty cool. Now we could add like a door here if we wanted to. We may want to put like a little pillar right here where these stairs are. Nope, that was right the first time. Yeah, then that kind of like makes it support right there. That's not bad. If I need to, I can add another wall here, but I don't want to narrow that passage up too much. All right, so there's the stairs, right? Finish lining this upper section. There we go. The one thing I don't like about some of these wall merges is they add these little spikes, like protrusions out on the outside edge. Kind of destroys the look of the interior. Outside, it's fine. Inside makes no sense. It just does not. Then you have like maybe an arrow of direction where like the spikes will protrude one way and the interior wall will be flat. And it's getting dark, so I'm gonna go take a snooze real quick. I want to kind of put some rails on these stairs, but I haven't decided how I want to do that. I'll figure that out. So we got a second floor almost completely finished. I do want to see how it looks from the outside on some of these like protrusions here. So let's take a quick look. That hangs over. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like the organic feel of this, which is weird considering I really like square boxes. So we might cut that down a little bit. Yeah, that's the castle. That's the castle wall. That matches. Okay, this side does not though. So let's get rid of that one. Place these right here. Okay, so that should match the wall. And that should be second landing. Perfect. Okay, from here, I think we're actually going to build this little section into a raised tower. I think that's probably going to be what we're going to do from this point. But down below, it's not connected. We just have to figure out like how we want the tower. I mean, unfortunately, everything's gonna be square in this game, and there's not much you can do about it. Hence my roof. But yeah, I feel like I want this corner to be a tower, so we might just extend it one square out and just go up from there. That should be right on the edge there. Yeah, yeah, that's right on the edge. That'll work. I like that. I believe that's in line. Yeah, that should be in line. Okay, yeah, that'll work out nicely. Okay, so we've got support for the tower. We just bring it all the way across. There we go. That should be about right. Yes. There. That's not too bad. I could. Ooh. Doing angled corners is a pain. Get like that. No, that'll work. I'm not gonna push my luck. Okay, so now we have support for a tower, which should give us a little bit of an overhang floor. An extra step, right? Yeah, that gives us a little extra step off the edge there. That worked out really good. We're now going to make the walls out of kind of a nicer material. The interior being obsidian, I think. If you don't know how to get a lot of obsidian block, I have a short that I put out that has that available. So link is above. We have this castle wall right there. And the other half obsidian to kind of blend it in. I like this idea. All right, obsidian on the interior. That actually, oops, oh, that looks horrible. Redo that. Over one, please. There we go. Back and voila. Yeah, that looks good. That actually worked out really nicely. Yeah, perfect. We got ourselves a start of a tower. All right. So our interior walls are going to be the obsidian block. That actually looks kind of cool, to be honest. The hard part's going to be doing stairs. So may have to figure a way out. But it's not really going to be used for much. More just an aesthetic. Oh yeah. This is going to be tight.
That's what she said!
Might have to do what I did before. And make do a small staircase. And then create a landing. Like that. Yeah, that might work. We'll work on that one later. Let's get some more walls up on this upper section. So this will probably be like dining, entertainment. All right, so we got the walls for the second floor. We could like cut this off here and make this like into a small kitchen. I think that would be good. This could be like an eating area, and I'll figure something out. Let's go ahead and do that, and I'm going to use regular walls for this side. So I'm going to have to change that window. Just cut that off with that right there. And like this. This works out nicely. Like be like a little pantry right here on either side. And the kitchen area. Nice. That looks good. I do hate the protruding walls thing. I don't get why that has to be something. Like I don't need to see this. But why is it there? On the outside, you can see the same thing right there. Little pieces protrude out of the wall. It makes no sense. Like you don't need to show where those rooms are touching. I know this is a different style, but that's because that's going to be the tower. So I want to be a little more ornate. Add a little stone railing here. Just keep people from falling into the, well, maybe not. I have to go another one higher, but that's the same height as the window. But keep people from falling, basically, is the idea. All right, so we've got a little kitchenette. This is going to be like the dining area here. This could be like a closet or something else. I could just wall this up and put a door there. Kind of even it out a little bit, maybe. Not going to worry about that right now. We need to go up another level. And we cut this off so that you can't visually see the tower from this end. And then, yeah, that might be a good idea. So let's do that. And what we're going to do is actually go one layer in like that. Okay, now I put that on the end, not in the wall. Does it still do the same thing? Yes, it does. We don't need to see protrusions. It's ugly. Anyway, let's cut this off across. Yeah, that looks about, a little short. Now this makes me wonder. Okay, you can't see it in the floor at least. So the ceiling at least does not have any protrusions coming out of it, and that's
This is fine.
It is what it is. Okay, so we'll put a door here, and then our next staircase will be right about here. And then we'll probably add like a landing up there. You can kind of extend the castle a little bit, or the keep. Now with this one, we can actually be a little more grand with the stairs. So this can go up all the way. Let's see how that fits. Okay, yeah, that worked. Actually go in one and put it right at the edge. 2 into the wall itself. Like that. That works. Boom. Yeah, I like that. That works out nicely. That goes up to the next landing. And we actually don't need to extend this out. Okay, that works out good. Good. I like it. It's working. Okay, we're going to change the motif here and use these red marble blocks for the next section. Yeah, I definitely wanted to go up one, I think, on that. Because then that actually makes a staircase landing. If I add one here. All right, yeah, that works. At the end point. Oh, so one thing I hate about the first person is you can't see what you're doing. I'm weird, but I don't like using larger tiles if I don't need to. Because they overlap. You can see here, they overlap each other. I like kind of just using the blocks that need to be used. You can see like there's the separation of the floor right there, right? And so we want that to go all the way around, but we can't do that without adding like little trim pieces. I'm starting to dig this. This looks really cool. This is going to be a great house. I will say the red marble is stunning too. They got some really cool textures in this game. Okay, so we've got the layer, right? Then we need to put walls on top of the layer for the floor. The reason we're putting them on top instead of into them is because it's just going to change the texture, and we don't want that to happen. I hate the fact this door is not centered, and that's my own fault for moving the walls the way they are, but I mean, I could just make a double wide wall here, which would be fine. I just didn't want to destroy this. And you know what? I might... Boy, well, this doesn't make any sense right here now. I want to line the interior with this block. And then that would make it smaller. And you couldn't get up, probably. I mean, I could. Again, it's more aesthetic than functionality, but I do want to get up here. What I do is make this outside wall a little bigger. I don't know. Almost feel like I should make this protrude out on this side a little bit. Just give it that extra definition, which might not be a bad idea. Yeah, that might be the way to go. Okay, so we're going to make this sit out just slightly farther. And that way we can give it texture. So this is going to want to extend outwards a little bit. There we go. That gives it a little extra definition. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, that's not terrible. I could actually make it go out a little wider. And it'd be a little uneven, but yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. Just give it a little extra on this side. Kill my square, but you know what? Heck with it. And we could add a little more to the support base just to make it look good. But we'll work on that as we need to. It's getting dark though, so I'm gonna have to take a quick snooze here very, very soon. Gonna have to trim this. What in the world is going on? I obviously missed a spot right there. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Now it looks seamless. That worked out nicely. Okay, so I just used obsidian block for the entire four walls here on the inside. Just because I wanted to see what it would look like on the outside. That is sitting precariously on the edge. I don't know how to fix that, but we'll figure it out. Okay, it's not terrible. It's not much different from using the castle wall block. It's just a different color, kind of a rusted copper. So that's not horrible. A little more shine to it as well, which isn't bad. Yeah, well, I think we could probably live with this. And just for fun, I'm going to make these windows a little bit bigger. Give them a little more evenness to them, and that's kind of nice. Nice view from those. I'm probably not going to be putting a door here, so we're just going to make this door a little narrower. There we go. And oh, that is not the way I wanted to go. So with this, we could start a staircase kind of going up over here, or on this side going up. I haven't figured out what the landing is going to be, but it's definitely going to be taller. So this is probably going to be like 4 or 5 stories high. So we'll figure that out. We've got our next floor, which is kind of awesome. Go ahead and put some walls down here real quick. First person mode kills me. That's the only way to get fine details done. All right, that works out. Then we can put an interior wall here, kind of block that off. Yeah, that's not too shabby actually. That's not too shabby. I like the little trim at the top, which is nice. And then we got the red floor here. We have the obsidian floor down below, and on the first level, we could interlay a pattern down here. But I'm hoping to get that the mosaic finished that's in the game and put that on the floor there as a detail. I have not collected all the pieces yet, so I need to do that. Now, we want to keep that little corner there. We could make that land. See, like, usually landings in castles are much bigger. Like, but we could leave that as a small landing and make this into like a small room for a guest. Oh, that is tiny. Okay, this could be like a linen closet. And this could be a guest room right here. And that should give me enough headroom. Yeah, that works. Let's go one more down. That's too much. That's not enough headroom. There. Yeah, that works. That's enough headroom. Because then what we want to do is like another staircase right above this one. Yeah, that should be just right. Then the next landing will be a floor above it. Beautiful. Okay, so there's our next floor. And we could, let's see, hide this wall with this one right here. Okay, yeah, I'm loving that. That's working out good. That means we could technically hide this wall with this trim. I think that might work out. Let's take a look. Yeah, that might actually work out really, really good. Because on the inside is the actual tower walls. You can't see it from the outside. That's not terrible. That's actually not terrible. Like we could make a small guest room here at an L shape with a bed. Maybe change the door position to this spot. And a guest room right here, or two guest rooms right here. And then this is like a linen closet. Yeah, that works out nicely. We gotta change these walls here. And I think I just came up with an idea for this little open spot on both floors. I think we'll put a fireplace there. That should make it look a little more fleshed out, and then we can put a chimney up on the outside. All right, time to start on the next floor. And so that is the next floor done. That pretty much wasted all the red marble I have, which is fine. I didn't need a lot. And I think this is probably going to be the final floor anyways, aside from our tower here. So let's go ahead and put some walls up. All right, we've got the walls in for that top floor. We have to extend our tower probably another level or two up just to have some fun with it. But yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. Put a fireplace there. And let's change these walls. There we go. Patchwork job. Yeah, this is coming out nicely. We've got our main stairs here, which wrap around. So we'll put like a little hallway here probably or something. Maybe a little area for the guests to kind of just entertain themselves. Tables, maybe like a little bar or something. And we go up to the main floor, which is going to be our bedroom. So fireplace, we'll put bed, nightstands, things like that. Some pictures on the wall. Yeah, I think this is working out good. Okay, so we need to block this off. There. That's working out nicely. This is going to be very, very narrow for servants. But you know what? That's okay. Over here, we'll probably put like a dining area for personal dining needs. There we go. That looks a little better. Make a couple bigger windows here. I like this. This is looking good. Yeah. This is working out nicely. I think we did good with our main area here. This is our bedroom. Let's get kitted out, decorated up. I'll put some heads on the walls and stuff like that. We do need to make this a little bigger. Now, I know I'm only going one tile high, and for like chandeliers, having it a tile and a half is actually better. I just really didn't feel like making this too big, and it's already gonna get huge. Look at that. The light coming in from the windows is actually fantastic. That's kind of cool. I like that. So we'll be putting like wall sconces and standing torches and things like that in these other rooms. I really do like the look of the obsidian floor. It's fantastic. Put a fireplace on this side and then connect it on the outside. That'll work out nicely. That's something we have to do. Also, bathrooms. Yeah. And then, of course, this is the spot where the throne's going to be in front of, so it's kind of hiding the secret door to our resource chamber. And there's our resource chamber down here with all our seed beds and magic boxes, which I'm going to make a lot more of and just line this wall with them. I probably don't need this pillar here after all. I mean, kind of just gets in the way. Yeah, let's just kill this. So we need to make a staircase going up the tower to an area at the top. Probably the next thing we do. That could work. So if you lead straight into the stairs, all right? And it cuts off the space down here. Stupid first person mode. It is taking up a lot of room though. Probably gonna have to build this ourselves. We want to get to landing right about here above the window, right? So bring that to about window height. That works. Small landing here, right? Little hole. That wouldn't be bad. Okay, that kind of works. And then go up from there. So this doesn't feel like it's the actual bottom. And then there's our double landing again. And it's nighttime. I'm just gonna keep working on this until I get to the top. Okay, see you in a few minutes. All right, I think we finally got it. All we need to do is put a roof on. So come inside, go up the stairs. Got a few levels of this. Let's put some banisters or something. Come up here to the top level, which is slightly larger. And then we just need some walls and a roof. I think that'll work out nicely. Let's take a look at it from a distance here. Oh yeah. That's, whoop, got a little protrusion there somehow. But yeah, we got a little platform at the top. That looks pretty good. I think that'll work out nicely. Then we just gotta get a roof on the actual structure. Take a look at it from all sides. It's looking pretty good. And again, I am no architect and I am not great at this kind of stuff, but I like the splits in the flooring right there. That looks kind of neat. Honestly, I should probably trim the outside with just obsidian, just for that texture, because that texture is kind of cool on that second floor. I might have to go back and do that, which is going to be such a pain. But yeah, that might be a thing. Yeah, but from all angles, it's looking pretty good. I think we got a winner here. And that'll become like a chimney right there, that protrusion. This is looking all right. I think we did a good job on this. I'm sure I'll get some criticism in the comments below, but that's fine because, again, I'm no architect. I don't normally build structures like this. This is purely for fun and for you guys. But this is definitely going to become my forever home. And then my next Enshrouded video, when I make that, I know it's been taking a while to make these, but I've been focusing on certain content. We will make a very special thing. I don't want to give it away, but you'll have to just stay tuned for the next Enshrouded video for that. All right, so let me go ahead and line some roofs on this thing, and then I'll be back in a minute. So we've got the interior of the tower built. So this is the top room of the tower. I think that looks pretty good. And there it is for perspective. It might be a little large on the top, but that's okay. I still haven't taken care of that nodule I need to do right now. And there's our castle keep in the distance. Got a little bit more work to do. I mean, for me, that's pretty good. But all I need to do now is furnish it, and then we're done. And there we have it. Our keep is finally done. I have made some tweaks while we were waiting. So you can see the trim on each level is now the same. I just went around the whole thing and just removed that outside trim and replaced it so it all looks identical, and it looks much, much better. As you can see, we got the fellow dragon there, just guarding the front entrance. Inside, I've got some armor stands around, just kind of showcasing some of the armors that I have and ones I need to complete. I've got the mosaic down. I put a fireplace down in the throne room. And I put the throne in, and as you can see here, closing that up, actually kind of hides it, so it's kind of nice. Works out good. Put the door to the bathroom, and put a couple of things in here. It's a privy and a wash basin. Put a fireplace in each floor in this little nook, which is really, really nice. It actually works out well. I do have to do some final touches to make a chimney setup for the outside, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I have table and chairs, even though I have new chairs I want to put down, so I will get those later. I haven't done anything with the kitchen yet, but that's coming. Up on our little tower here, I did make it a little smaller. For one main reason is it looked kind of ridiculous from down below. But I think I did a good job with it. It's kind of nice. Might just put like some collectibles in here. Now, guest quarters haven't been done up yet. I have to make some beds and some walls for these. So I haven't really done anything with these yet, but I did put some collectibles down. The urns and some stones here. Give me a nice little touch on the way in. And then the master bedroom, my room, I've got the comfiest bed available. My little writing desk here and lamp. A couple of knickknacks. A bench in front of the fireplace for relaxation. I am going to be putting dogs and cats throughout the village. And then a wash tub and a shower with some nice little decorations to make it a little more livable. I also put the spell books I collected right here, so I thought that was kind of a nice little touch. Like I said, I was going to put some animals in some of the houses, so this is the farmer's house. And we've got the cat right here. So we're going to be spreading them around. And cute just sleeping there. And as you can see from down below, the tower looks a little neater now that it's a little smaller. So it's a nice little detail. I also fixed the support underneath so that it was a little bigger, giving it a little more support. I will admit, it looks a little out of place with the obsidian, but I kind of like it. I don't know why. I think it's kind of neat. But yeah, that's our castle keep. I think we've effectively finished this this build here. I do need to put furniture in to all the other places just to kind of liven up their households a little bit, make it look a little nicer. That's something I'm going to do in time. Don't really feel like doing that right now because I just wanted to finish that. But this is it. This is the forever home. I'll probably cut off the base a little bit more just to make it look more like it's floating, and that's going to take a lot of work. So that's something I'm going to do on the side. But this will allow me to destroy my original home. The back here at Chateau Ravoc. We have completely emptied out the entire house. So it is desolate now. I can finally destroy this and do my next project because I have all of my flame altars being used up right now. I have every flame altar used, so I need to free up a flame altar for my next project. So they're all empty. All the rooms are desolate. I can start destroying this, reclaim all the resources, and then finally destroy that flame altar. Yeah, but that's it. Thank you for joining me with this build. I really enjoy it. It's going to be a great addition to this landscape. But that's going to be me. This is going to be Lakota Ravoc signing off. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave me a comment. And I'll see you on the next build. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye. What was that? You're welcome, buddy.